Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tiaz's Treasures, and today I have for you Simon Says Stamp. What is it, the February 2026 card kit of the month. I went ahead, I already bought the dies. I bought those like as soon as on the 16th of January, the same day this came out, and I bought it separately from the kit this time because I thought it might speed up the delivery of the kit, because so often I think my kits are delayed because they're waiting for this die set. In this case, though, this came in about the 20th, and I've been waiting and waiting for this ever since. You know, this was just like tempting me. Ha ha, look what you can't be using yet. So anyway, let's see what's in here. I have got a black mesh bag. These things are so nice. I have a ton of these, but you know, I don't think you can have too many because these fit a whole piece of cardstock so nicely. Okay, let me pull this out and stick that over there. And let's see what else we've got. I haven't peeked, but I do know pretty much what's in this kit. Ooh, we have orange cream. That's pretty cool. And oh, some Black Soot archival ink. That's pretty good ink. We have a yellow envelope. We have a, is that white? I think that's a white or a cream envelope. I can't tell for sure. Some little foam adhesive foam dots. What do you want to call them? Foam square? Well, they're squares. These are cool. They're thin, so you're not going to get a whole lot of lift with them. We have our coupon code, some of the Tim Holtz like vintage tape. I've got like 2 packs of this. I love this stuff. I'm trying not to hoard it and actually use my stuff, which is why I end up buying 2 of things so I can use what I've got. Stencils to go with these. And these are pretty cool. Look at all the dies we get. I almost, I love it when they come in the envelopes because these things could be a pain and they rip on me. I guess I could put it in my own envelopes. But yeah, with the, got the rectangles and the squares, circles, butterflies, hearts. Awesome. With this great stamp set with all these sentiments. Believe in yourself. Best day ever. I'm happiest when I'm with you. Do what you love. Don't count the days. Make the days count. Focus on the good. And start each day with a grateful heart. Okay. Yeah, it's like I haven't put out a video in a while. It's just my crafting mojo was gone. I'd come in here and I'd sit and I'd be like, okay, I need to maybe craft. It's like even compartmental crafting, I just wasn't feeling it. And I mean, I'd start tags and then I'd be like, I don't know how to finish these, so I can't really make a video of it. Now, yesterday I came in here and I just started working on a glue book. There's nothing easier than a glue book that you just sit there, open, and glue things in, maybe put some tags, try to get my mojo going. And then this showed up, so it's like, wow, I'm definitely got some ideas for this. Oh, look at this. We've got 12 papers curated. Awesome. I've got all 3 sets of this in the 8x8 and the 12x12. But again, I'm like, ooh, I should have bought 2 so I didn't hoard it. Hopefully, I'm going to try to use my stuff. I don't know, does anybody need to see this? I think you're good. If you're here, hopefully you've already seen what this paper is like. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm talking. I'm like, nope, I'm going to open it. I want to see what each sheet we got. If I can open it from the bottom, I'm not worried about putting it back in this pack. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. I'm hoping to use most of it. It's a cover, which I didn't think we'd get. Always use the cover. You can actually like cut out these little pieces and use those. So get the pink. Oh, I love that. And little tiny stamp ones. I wasn't originally going to buy the 8 by 8 or the 12 by 12, but then I thought, oh, I bet they have full-size stamps, you know, because everything is scaled up. And the same with the tickets, and I can cut, fussy cut, or possibly even use some dies. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of water. Got dry mouth today. I'm loving these pink. I mean, this is just so awesome. Now, when do we turn into the red? Oh, this must be the red right here. But I got 2 sheets of this. And this is still the pink right there with that one. And this is the red. Let's see, I just used a pink piece, believe it or not, of this paper. Was it yesterday when I was working on my glue book and trying to just do some things. And these have different backs to this one. So it's like, that's interesting. I'm not sure how that, you know, applies to all the sheets because you've only got 12 sheets of double-sided. It doesn't say you've got 2 of each one, but I bet this, maybe this pattern is on 2, you know, because 6 pattern, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm muttering and rambling, but yeah, this red, oh, look at that, look at that. Isn't that lovely? And that's fun. It's just ledger, but it's kind of fun. And then we've got these strips, which are just like the collage strips that, again, I hoard. It's not that I mean to hoard them. It's just sometimes it's like, well, what am I going to do with this? And then I don't have any bright ideas that always hop into my head. And that is a shame. Okay, so these are all the papers. And then we've got this piece of black. I guess they do call it metallic sometimes. Tim Holtz paper and a rose gold. You can tell they're Tim Holtz because they've got the craft on the back. And we have got inspiration for Be Your Beautiful Self stamp kit. And we have got a piece of, let's see, what color is this? This is, I don't know, cream, premium, metallic, zipper. Do I not see it? Some ivory and cream, heavyweight, Nina. And I don't see a pink one, but there's got to be a pink one somewhere. Everybody's like, move on. We don't care what color the pink cardstock is. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't see it, but I will look at it a little bit heavier or a little deeper after I try to figure out what the cards are going to be. So we got a piece of vellum. That's nice. Almost looks like it's got a little buckle in the middle or imperfection. No biggie though. Once you put it down, you don't see that. Here is the Nina. And the Nina, does it say what weight this is? It feels like 80-pound to me. It says heavy weight cardstock. It doesn't feel real heavy. It feels 80. I wonder if they ran out of the heavier cardstock. And I got Nina 80 pound. And then I have, is that just one piece? Well, that explains why I've got pink, because I don't have an ivory and a cream. I just have the cream, I think, which is fine. Okay, then. Well, I have pink instead of ivory. Which I'm kind of a little disappointed because I don't have enough ivory in my stash, or cream for that matter, but doesn't matter. I'm going to make the best of it, and I will be back, and we will make some cards. Okay, for this first card here, we are going to make a shaker. So I took my stencil, and instead of cutting out little pieces of paper to use on my card, I took the stencil and I put the dies inside, and I ran it through my Platinum 6. And so I've got this little piece of pattern paper with the little spots cut out of it. And it is kind of flimsy, but I've also, because I'm making a shaker card with this, I have a piece of acetate. It's a pretty stiff piece of acetate. So it's going to actually help hold this piece of pattern paper pretty stiff once I tape it on. And I have got a piece of the pink cardstock, and I went ahead and I glued all the pieces in the back that are going to be in the back of here. It's going to go through like that. Now for this, the edge of this, I used the Simon Says Eyelet Layer Frame Die. I think it's real pretty. I like the way that looks. So that's what I used for the background. And then I heat embossed Be Your Beautiful Self using some guava ink and just some clear embossing powder. I stamped it with the guava ink, and then I used some Versamark and I restamped it and heat embossed it. I've got a couple little butterflies here too that I will probably put on this card. But let's go ahead and we're going to put this together. Now to tape the acetate to the pattern paper, I've got some double-sided tape here. Not sure who this is. It's just a roll I want to use up. And hopefully try to get that down where it's not over an opening or these little dots here. Okay, so let's get this up, and then we can lay the acetate on top of it. And yeah, it took me a long time yesterday to put these cards together, just kind of cutting out the different things that I was going to be using. And now see how that's kind of coming over, so you can roll it over with your finger just a little bit. And I don't know what tape this is, what brand it is, but it's just feeling it. It's a little bit strong, a little bit. It's a stronger type of tape. Let's roll that over. It's going to be sticking to everything, but probably where I want it to stick to. But anyway, yeah, I was working on my cards and trying to get them you know, cut out, and my designs and everything that I needed to do so I could film this. And it must have taken me like 6 hours just to come up with 3 cards, you know, by cutting all this stuff out and cutting that out and getting on my card bases and everything. And that wasn't too bad. It was just more time consuming than anything. But I gotta say, I kind of loved it because it got me back in my craft room again. And it felt good to actually be doing some crafting. And I was trying to come up with different cards that weren't just using the templates, just, you know, gluing down cut out pieces of pattern paper and having that be it. I was trying to do something that was kind of original. I'm sure other people have thought up these cards as well, but I just didn't want to do template, cut out pattern paper, sentiment, and that was it. I wanted to come up with some stuff. So hence like this shaker, using this as a first shaker window, and oh, you know, stuff like, you know, yeah, stuff like that. Let's try to get this even. Is it putting down? I'm trying to see how far over that goes. And does it go all the way to the top? I think I've got it a little too far up. This is much easier to do when I don't have the tape there. Okay, I'm going to take this off where you're not going to see it for a second. There. Yes. We got that down. And just kind of making sure we get this, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I do think I have a little bit maybe of tape showing through. So I'm going to get the empty or the static bag, just so if there is any tape showing through, it is going to be destickified. Now let's clean that off. I don't want it to look really smudgy. Okay, stick into everything still. Now the fun part. Now we get to put these pieces of foam tape in between where we want our beads to sit. And I am not going to put little pieces in between everything. I'm going to make a giant rectangle, and I am going to put a bunch of beads in between there. So that's just right there. And yes. So for this here, what's going to be difficult is deciding which sequins we are going to use. Well, sequins or beads. I've got some Sizzix pink little beads, and they've actually got the hole in the middle. And I don't think I'm going to do this one because I don't think I'm going to get it open. It's got plastic still around it, which means I have never used this before. Okay, so maybe I can open it after all. I mean, we could do more than one different bead and or sequence. I've got these white shimmery opal cream, they're called. And I don't know. Those are kind of pretty next to there. Kind of a different color pink. I accidentally spilled some on there. I don't know. These, I don't know that this color, being as they are kind of pinkish, I don't think this color quite goes though. I mean, I guess it kind of goes with that. Oh well, let's take a look at this third one here. Pour that back in. And I've got them all over now. I swear they're worse than glitter. They're all staticky. And I've got this pink Nuvo here. Somehow this container melted. These little floral looking pink. Come on, what color are these? These would look like that. I'm not sure. I think I might, well, these are the best color, these beads. But I don't know how that many beads would look. But that would make the best sound though too, wouldn't it? Kind of a ch-ch-ch. Let's go for the beads. Why not? These are awful pretty, but I'm just not feeling that shade of pink. Let me get these 4 up. Now, the hard part's going to be getting these in the center and not having them fly all over the place. I'm going to put them right here. And I think I'm going to use almost half of this container because I don't see me using it for anything else. Can I get these flat? I wish they didn't have the hole in the center, but oh well. I don't think that's going to matter too much in the end once we start shaking it up. And hopefully I don't accidentally grab this and flip it now. That would be like something I would do, and then I would be finding these little beads for the next 5 years. Let's get our tape off here, our tape, our double-sided backing. And definitely these beads aren't going to be able to sneak out, so that's a good thing. And come on, I love, it's kind of satisfying pulling off this backer paper off these long strips. It can be a pain in the butt off of little tiny like foam backed stickers, but the big strips are fun. Now I'm gonna have to stand up so I can see what I'm doing and hope for the best. Get these down good. Come on. That nice. And yes, there we go. And I think it's off to the side a bit, isn't it? Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna have to lift that up just a little bit and be like, yay. Always something, isn't it? I was doing real good and then I was not. I don't have it even on the side up on top. And luckily I did not press it down yet, but look where we're at. I told you I'm gonna make a mess. Let's very carefully remove this and very carefully take these few that stuck to my tape as I was removing it. Only I can make this kind of mistake. Other people tend to do these things and it works out perfectly. I stand up and I look down and I think I have it and I don't. And oh look, it grabbed a bit of the paper right there, which is fine. I probably, if I was smart, I'd put a little bit of glue on here so I'd have wiggle room, which I think is what I'm gonna do now. It's like, okay, once bitten, twice shy. Let's go ahead and we'll put on some glue so we have wiggle room so I don't have to pull it up again. At least I hope in theory that's how it works. I see other people do that. And yes, Tina the Crooked Crafter. If I don't put something on crooked, well then, was I really crafting it all? Let's try this again. It was that top one that I didn't get on. Okay. Now a little bit this way. And, my own fingers are getting in the way. And that needs to go up just a little bit. Up, up. And thank goodness we've got glue on there, because that did give us just what we needed. Okay, might not be perfect, but that's as good as I'm gonna get it. And listen to that. Isn't that wonderful? Let's shake, shake, shake. Okay, get some glue down here. And plenty of glue so this doesn't go anywhere. Hi, everyone. Come on, and hope that sticks down good. And this might be why I have not been in my craft room lately, because so many things start going wrong. Okay, I'm going to have just a little bit of white showing all the way around. And yeah, I think my card's a little crooked, but that's okay. I am fine with that. And make sure I opened it there. We're going to put the sentiment right there in this big, the big little opening. And yeah, I am going to use some glue with that. And It might take a while to dry, but hopefully because it's going to be flat on there, it will be fine. And get that. Yeah, the thing with these beads are some of them are a little bit taller than I think the foam tape, and so it wants to press the card up just a little bit, and that's what I get. But I still keep doing that all day. Okay, now our little butterflies. Where do we want to put those? I'm going to put maybe one there because that is a big empty spot. And then, do we need one there? Well, it wouldn't be there. It would be more like there. Or maybe there. In this one. I think kind of this one. What do you think? I think that's a plan. And I'm just going to glue it in the middle so we could lift its wings later if we want. I'm not even going to attempt to do that yet because we are gluing on acetate. And this is why I don't do shakers that often, because I still, no matter how careful I am, I think I always end up spilling or doing something a little goofy with them. Okay, and you can go this way, right there. And this is card number 1, Be Your Beautiful Self. Okay, I'll get that out of the way for the moment. The pattern paper, and I've got a little square cut out that's 3 7/5 by, what is it, by 5. Okay, I think it's by 5. 1, 2, 3 by 5. Yep. Okay, and yep, 3 3/4, 7/5. Huh? Whatever way you want to say it. And I've got a piece of metallic cardstock here. This is Tim Holtz. Now, it's not the one that came in the kit. The one that came in the kit's more of a rose gold. This is an orange one that I had in my stash. And so I figured, why not use the orange one? It would go beautifully with this pattern paper here. And I've also got an orange ribbon that I pulled from my stash. And we are going to glue down the ribbon. I like using this goofy type of double-sided tape when I've got a ribbon. So let's go ahead and we're going to put the ribbon, I think. Let's see, where should we put it? What did I just do with my sentiment? There's the sentiment. I stamped Collect Beautiful Moments on a piece of like cream cardstock, and I used Walnut Stain archival ink. So that's probably going to go somewhere like there. That's what I'm thinking. So let's get this down. Let's get my ribbon down. And hopefully this will go smoothly this time. Unlike my beads. Okay. Got that. And let's go ahead and should I glue that down first and put this all the way around the sides? Or, because I've got enough to go around these sides. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's glue this down first onto here. And then we will put this ribbon around the back of the cardstock. Because this pattern paper, it's real thin, and my ribbon ends, if I were to fold it over, I think it would show and it'd be kind of poofy. And I don't want that. So why do it? Get that right like there, centered. And yeah, that's looking good. And yeah, I thought about cutting the middle out of this cardstock, but I just hoard this stuff, so I don't think I'm going to run out of it anytime soon. So let me get this off here, and then we can wrap the rest around the back. Come on, get this backer off. There we go. And I want to make sure this is straight. I'm going to go just like that. Okay, and now this I can fold over, and we can use 2 pieces of double-sided tape with that as well. And fold over each end. Okay, is that even? It is. And hopefully I am not going out of frame. I record with my phone above me, so I don't really see what you're seeing until I go to edit. I mean, if I stand up, I can look down. I guess I could bring my laptop in and try to mirror it so I could see a little better, but sometimes there's a lag, and if there's a lag, that's not good either. Okay, let's get this glued down. I am using a side opening piece of the Desert Storm cardstock as a base. Get glue on here. I have got little sequins stuck to me. I told you my pink sequins are going to be everywhere. That and the beads now. Put some more glue over the top of this ribbon. I could have put like some foam, a foam backer on the back of here, but I really don't think those pieces of ribbon are going to really stick it up that much, you know, pep it up enough to be a problem. Of course, famous last words. I've got a little bit of a border around here. And so that is just really all these colors, the way they're going together. I'm just loving it. Now for my bows, I like to tie them ahead of time so I can just go ahead and stick them to the ribbon itself, and so I don't have to mess with, you know, having my ribbon a little cockeyed. And to put the bow in place, I will use some white glue, but I also, in the meantime, am going to use a few glue dots. I'm going to put those down, and that's going to help hold it in place while it is the glue's drying. And I'm also going to use a glue dot in each spot to keep our little tails down. And let's get my little my pokey tool here, and I'm going to put that's going to go right under there. I hope it should. Yes, and we're going to want that one right about there. Let's hope that's where they're going, because I am putting my glue dots down before I put the little bow. And then we're going to put a little glue dot. Let's put one on each of these. Yes. Put one on each of our little bows here. So that should hold our bow nice and securely. Okay. I'm going to pop these off before we put it down. Do you believe that like next weekend is Valentine's Day? It's just crazy. If you got any plans, let me know. I don't have any plans at all. I just, I I thought about it, but it's like, well, a lot of the restaurants, they have these fixed menus, and I'm not always happy with those because they're expensive and you don't get what you want. And a lot of times it's not their best meal. I find a lot of their restaurants' better meals are off their regular menu. And is this my glue right there? Yep. I couldn't tell if this the glue dot was on the card or not, but now I see it. Pop that one off. Come on, you. And we're going to pop this off here. And that glue dot did not stay. Okay. Come on. Here we go. And let me put my glue on either side here. Get some glue down there. So when that dries, it will stick to the card without any issues. You put our little bows down, and you there, and we've got you here, and we can actually move that up a little bit, I think, and move you down as well. Come on, I want to move this end. Okay, yeah, that looks a little better. Now, collect beautiful moments. We've got the bow over there, so I think this would look best in this corner. You're not going to want it over here, or even in the center might work, but I think if we have them all going in a diagonal like that, it's going to be exactly where it's going to look the most visually pleasing. So let's go ahead and get that down. Okay, right there. And I don't think we need any gems or anything else because we've got the great big bow that's in your face and then this beautiful silver outline. And so collect beautiful moments, and that's got a little bit of, I didn't mention it, of a vintage photo around the edges of the sentiment. So this is card number 2, and I love the way this one looks. So far, the 2 of them, this is my favorite. So moving on to card number 3. Okay, this is going to be another fairly simple card. And where is my sentiment for this one? I've lost it. Oh no, oh, there it is. This one, I do have some foam tape on the back side of it. Best day ever. Again, this is stamped out using archival distress walnut ink, and it's got a little vintage photo around the edge, and then I've just got the foam tape on the back. And with this, we have got two pieces of the strips that I cut out from the pattern paper. I just went ahead and cut them down, so they're going to go on our card. And I've got a piece of red cardstock that I've got from my stash that I thought matched really good with this red color. I think this might be a Brutus from a Brutus Monroe card kit. It's not very thick, but it doesn't need to be. It's just going on our card, and we're going to use this landscape on a piece of the Desert Storm cardstock again. So let me go ahead and glue this down first. If you like these cards, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the algorithm, especially since I am not really prolific about putting out videos in a real timely manner. I know I'm going to put out a video every time that I get a card kit, because I love to make some cards with it and show them to you and let you know what you can do as well. I have a good time doing that. But sometimes, you know, it's like with tags. Around Christmas, I love to make those. And I like making them any time of the year. but I find sometimes that I don't get a whole lot of viewing when I'm doing or tag videos, and so that can be a little discouraging too. But I really have got to quit looking at it like that and just start doing it for my own enjoyment, which I was doing previously before I started this channel. But now that I've got this channel, it's like, oh, nobody likes my tags. Oh, well. Okay, so we are going to glue these down, and do I want them to the very end, or do I want a little bit of edge showing? I think I might have them so they're both like that. So when we pop that down, you know what too? I think we're going to glue these down, and I think I'm going to use a little bit of this tape. Now I cut out a couple butterflies for this as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not. And I've got some red gems, so one or the other. If we put these over the side more, we'll have even more room for our tape. Yeah, I think we're going to leave just a tiny bit of the red showing. I'm not going to make it even. We're going to do that and hope that it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, feel free to tell me. Let me know which one of these cards is your favorite. Let me know if you have as much trouble with shaker cards as I have. I should start doing full panel shakers. Those seem like they work out a little bit easier, because God knows what I just did was okay, but yeah, it was fighting me every inch of the way. Make sure that these go down. I have about the right same amount on either side. Yeah, we don't want it to one side to have more than the other. Okay. That one looks like it's a little uneven. Of course it's uneven. That's what happens to my cards. Oh, well. Let's get some of this tape down. Tina the Crooked Crafter strikes again. I think my strip is just a little bit crooked. If you grew up in the Chicagoland area, there used to be a children's TV show years and years and years ago. I might be dating myself, with, I think it was called Garfield and Friends, or Ray Rayner. At any rate, Ray Rayner was this children's host, and someone would bring out a craft, and he would have all the supplies in front of him, everything kind of cut out and stuff, and he would try to duplicate the craft. And so you'd have this beautiful looking craft, and then you would have this really kind of funky looking one that he did, where everything was just maybe a little crooked and a little off. And God love him, he tried his best though. And that's what my cards remind me of, a Ray Rayner craft that just is not perfect. That they might turn out good when I'm doing them just for myself, but the minute I try doing them to like put on my YouTube channel, I get stuff a little crooked. I get my beads to not quite, you know, be where the way I want them to be, just stuff like that. Yep. So I am the Ray Rayner of crafting. Let's see. Best day ever in the middle, and I still put my little butterflies down too. One on the top and one on the bottom. Whether or not we use the little gems, I don't know. But let's get our sentiment down and get these backers off the foam. I should have probably maybe doubled up this foam because it is a very thin foam square. Okay, and it's sticking to my hand. Get that off. Anyhow, if you are not a subscriber, I would love to have you. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. And either way, if you made it this far, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Let's get that, yeah, right like that. And we're just going to put a little strip of glue down the center of our butterfly's body there. That like right there. And we're going to get this butterfly and do the same thing. I think we're going to put him like there, right? Yeah, right like that. And if you didn't figure it out, these butterflies were cut out of the same pattern paper that I cut these strips out of. Okay, and now do we want to put any of these gems, or is it just too much? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we could duplicate everything. Like, kind of do it that way. So we've kind of got this mirror image going on. Is that too much, or is that just enough? I don't know. I mean, I love me some shiny bling. Oh, what the heck. Why not? There's, I mean, what am I saving these gems for? These are the Simon Says stamp gems in the warm tone. I think I got them from a previous card kit. Come on, they pick you up and put you there. And I've got glue all over my fingers now. And as soon as I finish this card, I get to go upstairs and make dinner. Happy me. Okay, we've got some white glue around there, but it will dry clear, so we don't have to really worry about that. And yes, I'm going to be like making some spaghetti tonight, so hopefully that turns out. I am using the last of my garden tomatoes that I froze. And it's been a while, honestly, since I made fresh, homemade spaghetti sauce. A lot of times we just pick up the Rao's now and use that, but I've got the tomatoes, so why not use them? There we go. Okay, that is card number 3. Let me know which card is your favorite. And let's show you these again. It's card 3, 2, and 1. And that is it for now, everyone. Bye-bye.